first presentation, which is a proclamation recognizing Domestic Violence Awareness Month by Council Vice President Katz.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for being with me. And I'd like to invite the county executive, who got here right in the nick of time, and everyone else associated with the Domestic Violence Awareness Month proclamation to please join us. What I'm going to do is ask everyone to please identify yourselves.
Good morning, Jody Finkelstein, Executive Director of Montgomery County Commission for Women and the Montgomery County Human Trafficking Prevention Committee.
Donna Rojas, Montgomery County Commission for Women, First Vice President.
Trisha Swanson, Montgomery County Commission for Women.
Tom Mannion, Director of the Family Justice Center, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office.
Teresa Bennett, Acting Chief, Behavioral Health and Crisis Services with Montgomery County Health and Human Services.
Zola Shaw, Domestic Violence Coordinating Council.
Ngozi Obiname, Program Manager for the Family Justice Center, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office.
Lucy Font, Montgomery County Commission for Women.
Ingrid Gonzalez, Division of Parole and Probation, Silver Spring Field Office.
Spencer Cantrell, Legal Program Director for the Jewish Coalition Against Domestic Abuse.
Sergeant Andrew Suh, charge of Domestic Violence Unit.
Brian Roinstead, Captain of the Domestic Violence Section for the Sheriff's Office at the Family Justice Center.
And Lieutenant Robin Lewis, Family Justice Center, Sheriff's Office.
And I know we had one person over here who did not identify herself. Yeah.
Smita Varia, Program Manager, Domestic Violence Coordinating Council.
Thank you. Did you want to say a few words first? Well, October is recognized as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Beginning in 1981, the National Coalition Against Domestic Abuse designated October as the Day of Unity to connect battered women's advocates nationwide. Domestic violence affects women and men and takes many different forms. It affects every race, religion, culture, and status. We have come a long way, especially in Montgomery County, in recognizing the many forms of domestic violence, providing services to victims, and in holding the offenders accountable. Our law enforcement, police, fire, rescue, sheriff, and the many, many partners we work with provide the services and help that is so very needed by victims of domestic violence in our community. Much of this that is provided is at the Family Justice Center, our one-stop shop for victims of domestic violence, which ably serves those in need now for 10 years. Statistics show that nearly 3 out of 4 people know someone who is or has been a victim of domestic violence. In order to break the cycle, we must speak up. Please join me and all the others with me today and every day in speaking up. County Executive.
There's not a lot to add to what Sydney said. This is really important. It affects a lot of people, far more people than we realize, because this is one of those crimes that people don't want to talk about. And so if you know somebody who's suffering silently, it's important that you help them find voice and help them find help. The cost of these programs to human beings is enormous, and the scars that people bear often last a lifetime. There are people who never get over what they experience, and they really do need the support that we can give them. And I know Dutchie's not here this morning, but it's inappropriate to recognize the work that Dutchie did to create the Family Justice Center, which I think is one of the gems of Montgomery County. I'm hoping that in the future we get to expand the trade-off centers, the handoff centers that we have. There's more that we can do, but this is, we've got a lot of support in this community. We've always had a lot of support on the council, and this is very, very important work.
Thank you very much. And we'd like to invite Tom, wherever he went. He was over there when I noticed, to receive the proclamation. And Mark, if you would help me read, would you like to start?
Sure. We practiced this the other night.
Yeah, we did. Not on this one, though.
Whereas on average 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. In 1 year, this equates to more than 10 million men and women, and
1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have been the victim of some form of physical violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime. 1 in 3 adolescents is a victim of physical, sexual, emotional, or verbal abuse from a dating partner, and 1 in 15 children are exposed to domestic violence each year, and
October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the Montgomery County Family Justice Center, located in Rockville, Maryland, offers free confidential services to women, men, and children impacted by domestic violence, and
information about the Family Justice Center is available online, in courthouses, on ride-on buses, and in the community centers throughout the county. And the simple message, "Are you afraid of your partner? Free help is available," is published in 16 different languages to reach members of our community from diverse backgrounds, and
the Montgomery County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council offers education and resources for community members, including Choose Respect Montgomery, a teen dating violence prevention initiative, so that together we can reduce the incidence of domestic violence in Montgomery County through public awareness.
now therefore do we, Mark Elrich as County Executive and Nancy Navarro as Council President and Sidney Katz, Council Vice President, hereby proclaim the month of October 2019 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Montgomery County. We ask our community to recognize the pervasive problem of domestic violence, to support our friends and families in the process of seeking services, and to spread the word about the help available at the Family Justice Center. Would you like to take this, please? Take this, please. We're going to put this back in here. I guess we'll move that. Did you want to say a few words? Sure, please.
Can I get photos or?
Wait, we'll move this one.
Go ahead and say.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Sheriff Popkin was unfortunately unable to be here today, but he wanted me to extend the sincerest gratitude and appreciation from the Sheriff's Office to our County Council and to our County Executive for all of your support over the years for the Family Justice Center and for families in Montgomery County who are experiencing family violence, and for being true partners in this fight that we're fighting to keep people safe and hold offenders accountable. Thank you so much.